Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video we are back on Death Must Die. I have a really cool Nixi build for everyone. We are running on 20 star crux. You can see that we do have 30, but I haven't done it yet on this difficulty on 30, so I don't want to show the build and be like, no, you can do 30 with it. So let's just show what we are running. It is a luck evasion build, and we are going to be looking to get ourselves the god of time, the goddess of fire, and the Mort, the goddess of necromancy. So if we don't get one of those three gods in the very beginning of the run, we normally just reset the run. I only have 3 alterations, so I don't really worry about getting them or not. If I don't get them, I just restart in the very beginning, and then we go from there. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get them. We got Mort straight away, the daughter of death, so that's perfect. We are looking for deadly strike. We don't actually need necromancy, so we get rid of it. We do like lifelink, so we keep it. We're looking for deadly strike, which is what we got. That makes it so that we automatically proc the curse effect, so we don't have to wait a couple of seconds before it deals its damage. And then we are going to grab ourselves the curse damage, or killing cursed enemies causes our ability damage or our damage to be increased. So we don't want us either. We're looking for time. We got time. We're not looking for time field, so we get rid of that. Vortex will go away once we pick up life leech, so we don't need to banish it. We take force because that's just going to give us a little bit more range on our pull, our shard pull effect. So we like to grab that just to help us a bit. But the whole point to the actual build is going to be the goddess of fire and the what is it? The fire ability. That flare is the words I'm looking for. But let's see, we got the goddess of cold. We've only got one more alteration. We land up with lightning, so we need to restart the run. We need those 3 gods. They are very important. The synergy between the 3 of them is just too important. So if you don't get all 3 of them, you are going to have to restart and rerun the whole entire thing, unfortunately. So luckily you don't spend too much time in the actual run. I myself, I actually do have a really nice piece of helmet. No, not helmet. Where is it? This over here, we get 1.5 XP gain per second, so I don't have to kill as much as maybe someone with 0 XP per second on their gear.
The scales.
One thing I've noticed as well is evasion rating, even at like 70-80%, they still hit you very often, so do just keep that in mind. You do evasion, I think armor health is probably a lot better than evasion rating, although in saying that, the evasion rating does help a whack ton. There's been times where I should have been hit a good amount of times and I'm not, and it just works out a lot better. So one of the other ones that we really are looking for is Soul Stealer. As you can see, there's a 22% chance to proc it. And as you can see, if I push tab over here, ours goes to 30% because of the amount of luck we have. Now we are only on 30% luck, but 37% luck. Every time we level up 3 times, we're going to get 13% extra. And you notice, or you're going to notice, that this is going to become like a 50% or even higher increase to that amount going forward. Please be fire. Okay, it's him, so that's fine. We don't need the summoner either. We're not planning on summoning anything. Warp strike will disappear when we grab the cursed strike effect for Mort, the death's daughter. So let's see if we can get it again. This build doesn't happen every single time, so I had to show you that we re-roll for it. It is a very unique build in the sense that you need specific gods. You're not going to be able to do it without these specific gods, and it just works really well. I hope that I can get it to show you guys. We're going to go with spell crit chance because most of it is for spell damage, not auto attacking. The auto attacking is only there for the soul charges, or sorry, whatever they're called. We are going to reduce the volume just a little bit. It is quite high. There we go. So the Soul Stealer is the only thing that we worry about with regards to the auto attacking, as well as deadly strikes, I guess. But for now, we just got to try and get the fire goddess and hope and pray. Otherwise, we're going to have to restart again. So let's just see what happens on the next level up. Hopefully we get the fire goddess. It will be very like one of those times where we'll end up getting absolutely everything except for the fire goddess until it's too late to get it. Maybe it might be better to just restart the entire run until you get her as your first god. Maybe the other two are much easier to get. And this guy's just irritating us by not being standing still. There we go. Oh, we got her. Alright. So the most important thing about this entire build is flare. Whenever an enemy starts attacking you, there's a chance you shoot out a firebolt against your attacker. The nice thing about the goddess of fire, she also has vehemence, which gives us the increased spell damage. So we're going to be looking for those, and we'll see where we'll go from there. So now we no longer need to auto attack except for getting Soul Stealer. Everything is going to land up killing itself. And because we are running a luck build, we have a 93% chance, that's going to go to 100% chance and even over, to have flare proc. So whenever something hits us or attempts to attack us, we are going to hit them with flare. And then when we add the cursed percentage damage from killing cursed enemies, if we do land up getting it, the sooner the better. But when we do find that, it's going to help us even more because it's going to give us that little bit of damage. So we're going to go increase flare. Obviously now what we're hoping for is to make it a master tier upgrade so that we do deal the most amount of damage possible with it. But of course, the further this goes on, the stronger we are going to get, because we're going to land up increasing our spell damage. We're going to land up finding things to increase our damage off of relics or runes and things like that. Again, wanting it to be expert or higher is going to be very good, but we're going to max that out. We do have the time upgrades as well, so every time we level up we do get those really nice upgrades coming there for free. But we will be grabbing ourselves the gem link, or whatever it's called again. I'll see what it's called. The one that makes it every time you pick up XP orbs, you'll end up getting more attack speed and things like that. It really does come in handy, especially since like when we're fighting the jellies and things like that. With this build, you can actually just stand still. You don't have to move at all. They'll end up just killing themselves because flare just deals so much damage to them. So a very, very cool build. The only reason I don't really say, oh, okay, you can use this build for 30 is only because I haven't really done it myself on difficulty 30. I've only done difficulty 20, so I'm showing you on that, but I don't see why it wouldn't work on difficulty 30. There's just no reason for it not to. And I think this is a very good build for absolutely any difficulty, as long as you have luck as a stat on your character, or if you're playing Nixi, who gets the luck per level or per 3 levels, then you don't even need luck on your gear. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get it going. So you might have to wait till you're level 12 before you feel it a lot more than any of the other ones. So we don't need necromancy. We're going to grab a lifelink. It's unfortunate I don't have any more banishes. I probably should have kept them for necromancy tree, because we are looking for that specific cursed ability, so that we can start scaling. The sooner we get it, the more damage we're going to get further on into the game. So you do want to try and get that. But now, just a good example, we can turn off our auto attack and we can just stand still. And okay, we do get hit every now and then. Luckily, evasion is a good thing, but you can see just how much work flare does, especially when we just need to stand still. And look at that. And you can do this with absolutely any of these fights. Eventually you can spend the entire time just standing still. Mayhem is exactly what we're looking for, so that's beautiful. We are going to turn the auto attacks on now because we do want to curse the enemies, because we want Mayhem to start growing and dealing a lot more damage. Now obviously we do take some damage when we don't evade skills. That's what I'm saying. Life and armor is probably a lot better, just so you don't take as much damage. But I mean, just think about this. We're not even dodging. We haven't been hit again since we started moving a little bit. And that was the slimes, just as easy as that. And there's a nice heal for us. We get ourselves a magnet over here, which is perfect. And now we just got to try and curse things as much as possible. So we can grab Deadlock, which is Gem High is the wording, it's Gem High. So we're going to grab Gem High, we're going to grab Deadlock as well, so that we can increase the duration of Gem High, as well as the other skill that gives us random buffs or random skills as well. That's just going to make us that much stronger. It's going to make them last longer, and therefore we can get even more bonuses from those skills. So everything about all of these gods and goddesses just works so well together, giving us damage, giving us extra stats, giving us the flare, which is flare and soul stealer are our main damage dealers of the entire run. So it just works out so well. We're going to grab the ravens, and then we're going to start focusing on leveling up soul stealer and just flare, and going from there. We'll grab I think we're going to grab the chance to get a dash, just in case we do need to survive a little bit. And now you can start seeing our movement speed and attack speed from the gem high pulling in over there. It's just really satisfying. When you have a lot of luck, I think it does affect the amount of pickups, but it also did get buffed recently. Also, please do excuse my voice. I am currently just a little bit sick over here, or catching something, so please just forgive me for the voice right now. I know it sounds very sexy, but it actually hurts to talk. Alright, we are now on the next stage, 6 minutes in. Let's see, Mort, thank you, give us a Soul Stealer. That is beautiful. Soul Stealer, you can see it said 12% chance over there before we picked it, but if we go over to Soul Stealer now, let's just have a look. Where was it? Over here. It's got a 50% chance to proc from that, like, what was it, 12% or something from what the wording said. So luck is really massive, a really good stat to run with as well. And it just helps with this specific build, or these kinds of builds as well. And I kind of stumbled on this. I really enjoyed playing with Chain Lightning, with Lightning, the goddess of lightning, but the god, sorry, it's not a female. But I really had problems with the DPS coming late game around the necromancer, sorry, and places like that. I was really struggling to stay alive and just kill things in time. So now that we've got this, you can see just how quickly we are able to kill these barons, left hands or left and right hand. We can just chill like that, do a little dodge over there. Every time they try and attack us, they are hitting themselves as well. And then as soon as they start spawning the skeletons, and the skeletons start trying to hit us as well, that means that we're going to have fire going over in that direction as well. So we really don't have to worry too much about that. One thing I did notice though is there is no tier 2 weapons in the game just yet. So I really don't feel like there's a reason for us having to rush the curse difficulty 30. Besides for being able to say, oh, I completed curse difficulty 30. The other really nice thing about this build is you can just have your auto attack on. You really don't have to worry about what you're hitting. The main focus is for us to concentrate on dodging the attacks, because we have more than enough damage to completely destroy everything. You'll see our damage is going to get to the thousands, hopefully, because we did get our mayhem quite early, so it is going to scale really well. You can see we're on 107 extra, 104% increased spell damage. That's now 105, and that's just going to keep going up and up and up for a completely ridiculous number. Hopefully we can get to about 500% eventually, but we'll see just how well we get with a high amount on the with a high percentage chance on the Soul Stealer. Well, I think we're in a very good place. The only time I turn off auto attacks is when you're chasing down these archers. They are quite irritating to try and deal with. Alright, you can see everything just kills itself as soon as it tries to attack us. They're getting stunned, they're getting damaged. It's just beautiful. Alright, we can grab ourselves 30 extra evasion rating there. I really don't feel like evasion rating's worth it over 70%. It does have diminishing returns, and they do seem to be quite high in the return department, so I don't feel like we need to worry too much about it after 70%. But let me know down in the comments section, obviously, if you are playing and you've got an evasion build. Let me know what your evasion's sitting at, and you know, how hard was it for you to get there, and was it worth it? So Soul Stealer's levels going up now, so we shoot out more of those souls. The one thing we do want to try and find is the +1 projectile relic or artifact, or whatever it's called, the shrine, I guess, where we can try and find an extra projectile for our Soul Stealer, because that just means then even more cursed enemies, which means even more damage coming out from there. So hopefully we can find it. My bookshelves are always going to be empty. I'll show you after this run that I think we found nearly all of the books. We did just pick up Leprechaun boots. Ooh, those are really good for luck build. Medium boots, but so we don't really use them. And then we've got the magnetism gloves over here as well, so that's pretty cool. We'll have to see if we can use those for something. We're gonna grab the pestilence upgrade over here. It just means we've got more crows, again creating more damage from our enemies. Burning enemies leave a fire when they die. We're gonna go with meteor shower first, just for that extra damage, just so that we do have the burning on the enemies, and then we'll start looking at grabbing some more. But you can see we actually pick up quite a lot of mythics already on just level 20. Again, I don't really feel like the stats of some of the items are worth doing difficulty 30, but I'll try this build on difficulty 30. If it does work, I'll let you all know down in the comments section, and then obviously do this to farm every single difficulty on Nixi, as long as you're running the luck sign or sign of the rabbit or whatever it's called, just so that you are able to get the luck that you need from here. So when you kill them, there's a chance to spawn a weak XP shard. We could grab this. It's going to give us a lot of XP. Obviously we do curse a lot of enemies as well, so we get 0.5 XP per shard. So you can see we do drop quite a lot of them as well. Very good to get as many levels as possible in this game. The more levels you have, the more passives you can take, and the more damage you can deal. So you do want to try and get as many levels as possible. That's why the gear that has the XP over time is very, very strong. Now over here we are going to stun ourselves. That doesn't matter, we still do our flare whenever we get attacked, so we're still very, very good there. There you can see we're starting to do huge amounts of damage. We're going to go and get ourselves even more luck with serendipity, which is fantastic. Again, Mort bringing us with that luck. Fantastic. You can see now our damage is nearly in the 500s. Flare over there hits that creature multiple times, so you could see it went into the yellow numbers, and we do land up dropping quite a lot of those health packs, luckily, because we are going to use them for our healing. So that's why earlier when there was the option to take healing or the more adaptives, we did take the healing instead, because we are going to get a lot of those dropped. So there's Venomance for the more spell damage. That's perfect, because all of our damage is spell damage. Spell damage also did get a buff, or curse damage, sorry, got a buff, where it now also scales with your spell damage. So, you know, that is beautiful. That's what I like to see. That's what also makes this build so strong. And just look at this, we are so fast because of the gem ha. We do so much damage because of just how all of this works. We're going to grab ourselves the alteration ritual first. That's just going to give us just a little bit more time on it. We did have the duration upgrade over there anyway, but if I wanted, I could stand still over here, but I'm not gonna. But we're just going to move around in a circle around them. I mean, you can see already just how much damage we are proccing, just how much damage we are doing to all of these enemies. We're going to grab the gem high. You can see it's a 1.7 second cooldown over there, but if we go to it over here, oh, the duration is still 1.7 seconds. That's interesting. Why is this not affecting it? It says it's a spell, so maybe that's bugged. It should be 42% increased duration, but it's still sitting on the 1.7, so I'm not sure if just the wording is bugged or if the actual thing isn't increasing its duration. So that's a very interesting one. I hope the developers are watching this and they can see whether or not it is bugged or it is. I mean, if it isn't or is bugged. But fighting the enemies like this is just beautiful. Getting ourselves all of these huge waves of enemies help us with XP, so levels, and then it also helps us with a lot of our mayhem scaling. So getting as much damage as possible out of the mayhem, you know, from killing these huge amounts of slime waves and things like that. So let's increase our crows, just going to give us more crows to fight with. Also, the alteration ritual, every time it does proc something, it gives you the level 5 of that skill. So if, let's say, it picked life regen, we would get level 5 of that. I also think it might be of expert or of at least adept or higher quality. I'll check at the end to see how the damage worked, but I'm pretty sure it might be the quality based on what your quality of it is. So let's say we have an expert alteration ritual. As far as I know, it will be a expert level 5 a skill that it procs. So that's really, really cool. Alright, you can see our damage quickly. Let's just check. We're on 300% spell damage. Really, really, really strong build. Really easy to play. It's very brainless, which is fantastic. I don't like thinking too much sometimes, and just being able to completely annihilate everything. I mean, yes, you do have to restart once or twice just to get the, I mean, well, you don't have to, but it certainly helps restarting once or twice to get the perfect build going. And even now you can see just how much damage we're doing to this poor necromancer. He just nearly got one tapped. Well, he did actually get one tapped over there. Very, very insane. We're going to increase our life again, the evasion rating. It really doesn't help too much going for too many of them, or too much evasion. It really, I don't feel like it helps us too much there. So I don't want to go for the evasion anymore. I feel like I have more than enough in the game. Alright, you do see that there are quite a few pickups or droppables. We got the shield right now. You can get magnets, you can get the health pots, you can even drop the speed boost shrine thing, the thing that gives you a lot of movement speed, or that drops your attack delay, whatever it's called. What's it called over here? Your attack, oh, I don't know where it is, but your, oh, it's there, sorry, your attack move speed. So those boots increase your attack move speed, so you're able to move and attack at a faster rate. Just, you know, allows you to dish out a lot more damage. Very, very nice thing to have. Excuse me. Alright, so usually this is the hardest part of the run for me. As soon as we get all of those elites spawning, they just seem to hurt us quite a lot. I thought evasion rating would help a lot more in these instances, but it didn't. We could grab ourselves fortune over here, but we don't need to. We're just gonna stick with getting more life. More life means we're able to take more hits. Again, we also do the whole evasion. So, you know, having more life means we're gonna be able to dodge and evade even more damage going forward. Our auto attacks are dealing so much damage as well because we proc the curse automatically. So just beautiful to see this. Just look how many mythicals we drop in at difficulty 20. Again, really no real there's no real reason to really go for difficulty 30 unless the mythics you pick up there are just completely busted. But I haven't really tried it myself, so I'm just talking about what I think is going to happen based off the fact that you can't get tier 2 weapons or gear. So until tier 2 is introduced into the game, I think I'm going to have a fun time just building up my other characters while I farm the heck out of the game with Nixi. It's just so easy to run this build with her. So there we go, even more life. Yes, I'm happy with 191 life. Let's get it even higher. and just look at this. So we do take a little bit of damage. We're not immortal, but you know, the evasion does make it a lot easier. And also you can see just how much damage we're dealing. I mean, these elites just get murdered. They're there and then they're not there. A lot of soda can being opened right now. Okay, there we go, make it a depth, so it lasts even longer. That's beautiful. This is a good build for Krunt to get the sign of the earthquake, to delete you know, barriers off of the elites automatically. You can just use your flare, obviously with the luck. And then as soon as they look at you, they're going to take damage. But there's the elite. He did bash into us just once, and then automatically, like, he just died. He went bye-bye. So this is just beautiful. So beautiful. Alright, so I am a little upset that this deadlock isn't working as expected. So that's unfortunate, but it does increase the duration of our alteration rituals, so that's good as well. There's some laugh. It looks like we did get the regen though, so we don't have to worry about our laugh. Oops, got hit quite hard there. Lots of laugh dropping for us, which is fantastic. Lots of damage coming out everywhere from Soul Stealer as well as Flare. And you're going to see as soon as we get there, as soon as you see the damage numbers at the very end, you're going to see Flare and you're going to be like, damn, that was a lot of damage. So it's just really cool. I really enjoy this build. Okay, increased healing, that's perfect. Just kill these guys so they don't cause me to be you know, frozen for too long. Okay, there we go. Healing the archers, making sure that we don't have to worry about them too much. We can go, we've now got 9 crows or ravens. That's beautiful. Even more cursed enemies to kill. But you can see we're at the 19-minute mark. Hopefully we don't get one shot by Dracula. That would just be really, really sad. We're going to grab a revival. Yes, please. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for having that for us over here. Just kill this dude, there we go. And this is the part where we infinitely scale. So before we carry on, we're on 448% spell damage. Let's see what amount we go up to after the end of this. Look at our movement speed, it is just insane. This is just crazy. Beautiful. Increase to the spell damage even more. Look at all these cursed enemies. That's just so good. By the way, I have no idea what's going on the corner there with all that, all the damage numbers over there. So your guess is as good as mine. Alright, so 679 spell damage. Flare just got upgraded to expert, and we get a double damage over here for the boss fight. Let's go, Dracula. You're dead. And our inventory is actually full, so we are going to drop that and we're going to pick up that. So, I mean, look at that inventory. We have so many mythical items that we picked up in the run. Some really interesting ones like this one. Does have a chance to throw out sickles, so that would be quite interesting with the luck build. But there you have it. 20 minutes. We killed the boss in like a couple of seconds, and it's just so super strong. 2.3 million damage coming out from Soul Stealer and 1.7 million damage coming out from Flare. Let's go take a look at our bookshelf quickly, and then that will be that. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. There is our bookshelf. We have all of the unique books. Oops. We have all of the unique books. We have all of the rare books. And then there's just these over here, which we've kind of got sitting there. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.